Well, last night, after hours of debate, our lawmakers passed a bill that's going to impact the future of the school system in Minnesota. First of all, it bans book bans, meaning school libraries can no longer restrict access to books based on just their ideas or the messages they convey. It also will require schools to start offering mental health instruction to kids in 4th through 12th grades by 2026. And finally, this is one that always gets parents and teachers talking. On both sides of the aisle, that the state is now going to require schools put clear policies in place for students' cell phone use at school by next spring. And that last one with bipartisan agreement, that's about where agreement ended. In the late night hours, it seems any chill our enacted lawmakers had for each other's political gamesmanship ended when the Democratic speaker banged her gavel to end a Republican filibuster and force some action.
2024. All those in favor, please say aye. Those opposed, please say no. The motion prevails. Calendar.
Division. Madam Speaker, division. We can do this all day long.
Madam Speaker, I move that House File 5363 be laid on the table.
Because you guys are shitty at governing.
Moves to lay House File 5274 on the table. All those in favor, please say aye. Those opposed, please say no. The motion prevails.
Division. So much for process, Madam Speaker.
The next bill on the
Oh dear. Well, maybe they just didn't get enough sleep. Cutting off debate in that power move ignited a fury from the Republican minority, and their leader did not mince words this morning, saying a move like that by Democratic leadership puts everything at risk right now. John Croman is here to, calmer thoughts at 6:38 p.m. on if that threat is real. What does that mean, John?
Well, it means they could play the slow down game more and more. One person's debate is another one's filibuster. And House Speaker Hortman, she looked out at midnight and saw 30 Republicans standing, waiting for their turn to talk more about the paid family leave bill that they'd already been on for 8 hours. At that point, she said enough was enough.
Republicans are engaged in an obvious filibuster to prevent a vote on the Equal Rights Amendment, and also to keep the majority from finishing the work of the session.
How can we claim to represent the people when our voices are silenced by the majority simply because they don't want to listen anymore?
At a certain point, it's very obvious when Republicans are filibustering. I don't know how many of you tuned in on Monday, but there was a lot of conversation about cheeseburgers. I understand also hamburgers, maybe French fries.
By limiting the debate, the majority party is not only disrespecting the minority, they are also disregarding every constituent.
Now, Jana, as you mentioned, she said today, it's going to affect the way things run the next 3 days, the last 3 days they can pass bills.
Yeah, you're referring to the Republican leader. And what she means by that, right, John, is that they can hold up ride share, ranked choice, sports betting, the ERA, the bonding bill. They can keep going like this.
Right. They can keep going. Hortman has said that she thinks on some of these bills, 1 or 2 hours is a decent amount of debate. On some of them, 4 to 6 hours is a decent amount of debate. And the Republicans are saying, if you don't let us say what we want to say, people will never have their thoughts. The people we represent won't have their thoughts shared on the floor. And so we're going to continue to use the tools we can, these long stretched out debates or filibusters, even though they say it's not a filibuster, we're going to continue to use them. And right now Republicans are saying that they won't even pass a bonding bill, which their votes are needed for, if the Democrats continue to push for the ERA.
It is not equal rights. It is actually very divisive. It does not protect women. It does not protect our public spaces. There is no provision for age. It enshrines the most extreme abortion rights that are already legal in Minnesota. It enshrines those.
If Republicans are conditioning their support for a bonding bill on denying civil rights to trans Minnesotans, then we won't have a bonding bill.
That's right. Your Speaker Hortman say that they're willing to give up on the bonding bill if that's what it takes to pass the ERA. And the ERA, by the way, Jana, will be on the calendar for tomorrow, along with the rideshare bill. So buckle up.
I don't know. So she flat out said, the leader of the Democrats said, we won't do bonding. We're sticking with ERA.
if it comes down to that. She said she thinks there's time to get everything done, but she says if things play out the way they've been playing out, they would choose the ERA over the bonding bill, which would also be a huge move.
All right. Well, John Croman, we'll stay tuned with you till midnight on Sunday, because that's how long this thing has to go, I guess.